they're pretty large. Yeah, man, Chad is fucking pulling for Aurelius X Iona OTP. Just
You would have had
saying.
to use a Goshock as for the game, though. You use one as for your
Yeah, you
station,
have to
right?
use what you're ranked as, but it's a
Mhm.
type of falcon, so he would be able to use it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at marriage. Would anyone like to attempt to marry anybody this year?
Nope. I'm just gonna make an entry. I'm gonna make a roll just to bank it.
Okay. So Robert comes to court, spits some game. Sir Robert tips it, or Sir Roderick tips his head in acknowledgement of the game that you have spit. All right, Sir
All right.
Aurelius, make your claim.
My lord, O Roderick, I come before you to humbly ask for the hand of the Lady Iona in marriage. I
You're
would
asking
be.
quite a bit from me. She is very valuable to me.
I understand, my lords, but
Every
I
single
hope
lady is
that
so
my
valuable.
service to you has proved sufficiently valuable.
You know, Aurelius, you are quite a respected and renowned knight, and you have brought much interest to Salisbury with your hospitals and your Knights of the Red Cross. You know, the French is really big right now in all the courts, so these chevaliers, there's much interest in it. And I do respect you, but you do not spend much time in court, and how do I put this politely? You do not make many gifts to me.
Is there something that I may do in order to earn your bounty, my lords? There is anything that I have, I owe to you and will happily provide.
So he looks at you and says, "Would you give me your castle?"
My castle, my lord.
Your Martin
It is
Bailey.
certainly it is certainly in your lands at your disposal. Um, if you desire it, then I will yield it, my lord.
So he looks to his wife, and she looks back and nods, and he says, "Very well. That was a test of your resolve. If you are so invested in Lady Iona that you would give up your castle, your precious new castle, and I know that they speak of," and he's just says, "you and Trumpet and your little games with each other. If you would give that up for this girl, she has no opposition to this. I would see you married then, and her manors are yours now."
I am most grateful, my liege.
Okay, so you have married Lady Iona. She's 18 years old. She has two manors. She has 877 glory, which you immediately gain. She gains 1,000.
All right.
Earl Roderick pays for the wedding. Her manors are also worth an extra pound every year, which you don't get this year, but you will
Okay.
next year. And being married to her earns you an extra 13 glory a year, which you don't get until next year either. All right. Would anyone else like to attempt marriage or courtesy?
Um, just for reference, are they named manors at all, or not really?
I could name them if you'd like. Let me pull
Um,
up the listing of local manors. Yes, she holds the manors of Berwick, St. James, and Steeple Langford.
What was that first one?
Berwick, St. James, beneath Stonehenge.
Berwick, St. James, and second one,
Steeple Langford.
Steeple Langford. Got it.
Yeah. Okay, if no one else wants to get married, we're now going to check for children.
Robert will just quickly have a word with when the Earl comes.
Okay.
He will tell him that when he asks him if there's anything he needs, he'll say, "The Lord above and you, my Lord, provide all that I need. I'm well cared for, and I have more than my means require."
Okay, Lady Jenna's with him. Can you make a lustful roll real quick?
Okay.
This is revenge for not making
The
the
dice
lustful
have
roll
been
earlier.
screwing me a lot this week at many different things.
So just roll
Yeah.
high.
Yes.
Yeah, you control yourself.
Hurrah.
So Earl Roderick kind of gives you an approving glance and says, "My daughter is within eyesight of you, Sir Trumpet, and yet your tongue is not wagging." Or not Trumpet.
Robert.
Robert. Yes. I fear that perhaps time with Father Dewey has made you change.
Robert says, "Yes, it has been the most educational experience. I had never known that the simplicities of life would bring such clarity to one's purpose and duty."
Alright. Trumpet, obviously you have a child. It is a female. What is her name?
Oh, let's roll something.
You have another child as well, Sasha. Roll a d6. It is a male. What is his name?
Let me go to my family echo. This one's going to be Roger the Second.
Of course, of course.
I'm just gonna name him Roger. He's second in my mind, though.
Sir Aurelius, you're married. Would you like to make a roll?
Yes. D6, D20.
D20. No children this year.
All right. I was going to be really, really sad if she died right then.
Instantly.
What year was this again?
It is currently 493 and
Yep.
Aurelius marries Lady Iona. Robert manages keep his pants on around Lady Jenna. What was Trumpet's girl's name? Leonora. Cool. Alright. I think that's everybody. Now everybody needs to roll for child survival, including new children. Roll a d20 for each child. On a 1
Got
or
like
2,
five
the
now.
child dies.
Yay, he lives.
Uh-oh, Sasha.
They all survive.
It's every year.
Who died?
The first one I rolled for would be Alf. The boy born 2 years ago.
Sasha, can I leave the sermon's air into your care? Simply until the boy comes.
Damn it, Alf! You were the third son.
I think Earl Roderick visits you and says, Sir Sasha, I understand you've been having trouble with children.
You don't stay alive.
It can be a rough life. I make no apologies for our Lord, but have you considered other means of having children? You know, to seed the field, as it were.
I'm not going
Harvest
to be
more
unfaithful
growth.
to Ella.
I can respect your ways, even if they do seem stubborn. Perhaps you should consider living as a richer knight.
I'm not somebody like Trumpet who has the means to do so.
No, you know what? He doesn't see Trumpet as an enemy, right? Trumpet's one of his best knights, so he says, Perhaps you should be more like Trumpet then. Kill many Saxons and gain much glory, and eventually you could have many manors.
Yeah.
It seems that every war I fight in, though, I get pulled out early.
Yes, I have noticed your battle performance. It's been unique. Alright. Let's roll for family events, unless anyone has anything else they'd like to do on the child front. So everyone just rolls a d20. Okay, there's a marriage in your family, Sasha.
Whoa.
Roll a d20 again. 7. It is your brother. Do you have a brother?
Yes, my brother Darius, who is actually unmarried at this moment.
Well, guess what? He's married now. To a saucy tart by the name of Poparina.
Poparina?
Yeah, Poparina. She's a bar maiden in Levkomagus. Okay, Anosh, I need you to roll again. There's rumor of scandal in your family.
I've got the same problem too.
The rumor is that you cheated at a tournament.
Did he join a tournament?
Roll another d20. We gotta see who it is.
Oh, okay.
Your brother. Do you have a brother, Sir Robert?
Yes.
Turns out people believe he cheated at a tournament. What
Oh.
was his name again?
I'll tell you what his name was. Yeah. Because he just got married, I think, and had a child or something recently. His name is Sir Marcus.
Marthus, the cheater.
Marcus, yes.
Marcus, the cheater. Okay. Let's see here. Aurelius, you have a family member that's missing or lost. Roll another d20. 14. It's your sister. Do you have a sister?
Probably.
Worst answer possible.
Care.
Probably.
Care to name her before she disappears from your life forever?
Can't wait to have this wiki
Sarah.
working. Sarah. Yeah, your sister Sarah disappears in the forest. Having female family members go disappearing into the forest is a pretty common event for this party. Just saying, you guys should probably spend more time traveling in the forest looking for them.
Eh.
Okay. Trumpet, did you roll a 20? Okay,
Yes.
roll again for what scandal. Scandalous. You have someone
Adulterer.
in your family is an adulterer.
Oh my.
Turns out you're secretly related to Robert. One of your cousins. Yeah, no one cares that much about them.
They're not related enough to me.
Okay, let's see here. All wives receive 1d3 skill points. If you hired a steward and you've been maintaining them, they get a d3.
Oh, nice.
And you can choose to gain 1d6 plus 1 skill points to a max of 15, 1 skill point to a max of 20, or improve an attribute, trait, or passion. As per the rules on page 110. You're wondering what I'm doing here. I'm playing with my coolie hat from Jade Regent.
I increased my lands to a 15.
You mean your stewardship?
Lance.
Oh, lance. Oh, you're preparing the lance.
Yep.
That's good because tournaments are starting to become a thing.
Yeah.
You know the French ways, the French dancing, the 1-2 step. I love it when you 1-2 step. Alright. Has everyone advanced all of their skills and all of their NPC attaches?
He's just thinking of what'll happen next. I think his realizing what's happening this year, his hatred of Saxons is going to increase a bit.
Oh, okay.
to 17.
I'm assuming, of course, that Sir Aurelius is increasing his passion Iona, right? Right?
You might do that. But no. He increased his
Pretty lukewarm passion, huh?
skills.
I have more loyalty to Uther than you have to your own wife.
What about your wife?
Eh?
You have
I'm
no
married to her for
loyalty
the
to your
money.
wife.
God, no.
Alright.
Have you not heard the plots?
Okay. Let's talk about computing glory. Everybody gets glory from all their manors. Each manor earns them 6 or more. Your wives may earn you extra glory. Of course, if you just got married, aka Aurelius, you don't get that yet.
Mm-hmm.
Any glory for traits above 16 or
How
passions
do
above
wives
16?
give glory again?
Do what?
How do wives give glory?
Sometimes wives will give you attached glory. Lady Indig has an attached glory.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's plus 2 or something.
No, that's 2 pounds extra, I think.
Okay.
Oh, and whenever you have a chance, if you can send me a sheet that I can use for Lady Iona.
I will do so.
Was it above 16 or 16 or above?
16 or above.
What are all those rolls for? Or is those just your
He's
skill
just
points?
doing mathematics, not a roll.
Ah.
Anosh, did you add 50 glory for becoming Master of Hunt?
I did.
Okay,
I
you
did.
guys are going to get that glory every year.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
You've already
okay.
got it this year, though, so you don't get it again.
Okay.
Okay, that's your unique honor glory. Did anyone break a 1,000 barrier?
Aurelius did.
Okay, what did you hit?
Broke 5,000.
Alright, cool. What are
Let's
you
see.
going to put your point into?
Trying to decide on that.
And this is where we talk about building improvements, which will go into effect by the next year. All of your castles have finished building, but currently are unstocked unless you spend money on putting people in them. For you, it's probably not that bad, Aurelius, because you could just call upon your levy. If you have at least 80 people in your levy, you could rotate them in and out throughout the year.
Right.
I don't know how big your levy is.
I'd have to check, and I'm sure it's larger now that I've got 3 manors.
Yes.
Should we roll for increases in levies?
No, just multiply it.
Okay.
So what are you going to do, Trump, here to stock your garrison? I mean, you don't have to have everybody in it, but it does have to have somebody in it.
I'm unsure right now. I'll probably just send all my levies for it for right now.
Okay, so your levies are only have to work for you for 40 days out of the year, which is not a lot. I mean, you'd have to rotate through the levies pretty quickly.
Yeah. I don't know what to... I probably just won't be filling it for most of the time.
Okay. Well, you know, on the other hand, you have a fucking ton of levies. So
It's 114, yeah.
yeah. So the thing is, you could have all of your knights who you can call upon, have them send their levies, because they owe you 40 days of service.
Yeah.
So yeah. We'll figure it out later, but for now, you stock it with poor peasants who are ill-equipped to deal with Saxon raiders. Fortunately, they're behind strong walls
Yeah.
and safe lands.
And we're in the middle of, like...
Yeah, you're in the middle of Salisbury. It'll be fine.
We'll hire people before they reach.
Hashtag Stableboy did it, of course. Hold on. What did you put your point into, Aurelius?
So he went ahead and increased his sword by 1.
Of course. All right. So, would anyone like to buy improvements from the Book of the Manor for their lands?
Many.
Would,
Yes.
but I don't. I'm going to need my money, I imagine, for purchasing mercenaries.
Okay. Or
So-
garrisons. Yeah, I guess mercenaries could work.
So let me.
It's not like they'll betray you at the first chance they get.
Why would
So I'm just going to go ahead and write in chat what I'm buying. It's a lot.
Okay.
Are you increasing the cost for each one then?
Yeah, if you buy more than one improvement, you have to add 150% cost.
Oh.
Yep.
In
Buy
that
the most
case,
expensive.
he will just go ahead and buy. Well, if he's buying it on different manors, does that
Yeah,
still?
that's good. That's fine.
All right. In that case, he will.
You're going to have to keep track of what's on which manor now.
I have a spreadsheet.
Excellent.
So he is going to buy a apiary on 2 manor. You know what? He's just going to go ahead and buy 2 dovecotes, and on the other manors. And then because he is so smitten with Lady Iona, he is going to buy a what's the falcon? A muse on the main manor
Okay.
for her amusement.
All right.
I think my wife needed more salt. It's harder to come by if it's not there for her. So I'm gonna get a salt evaporator set up.
Don't think he can.
I don't think
It
I can
has to
either,
be in a
against the
coastal
ocean.
area or somewhere which ends
Yeah.
in which.
Fish pond then.
Okay.
Oh, it's really tempting to start the orchard.
Yeah.
You got to get
Yeah.
those zap apples.
Yeah, I'm gonna start that orchard now. Actually,
Medieval Bride Simulator.
all right.
I still have yet to actually play this game as a player, but I would be like, yep, lots of whores all year. Got a dozen sons who will all serve me well, make all of them knights to serve my main character, ride into battle, get them all killed, and then steal their armor off their dead corpses.
Oh, he's also going to buy a
Great job.
what is that? A jousting list.
Yeah, if you haven't noticed, my ideal knight is Robert Baratheon.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's a dude who was a knight for reals. Okay. Anything else you guys would like to buy or do before we head into
I'm just
your...
looking at my list of the stuff that I want to buy.
I'll make
but-
myself a head count roll real quick.
I don't know what that is, but sure.
Chance of increasing general peasantry.
Okay.
You have to wait a couple years of good rolls. 5
Do you?
years of good rolls.
Okay, so this is like
5
my first
years
roll then.
without a meager result is
That's
the
good.
rule.
So you have to
Yeah.
wait for the weather or whatever to be 5 good rolls or something.
You have to have, 5 rolls of succeeding, basically.
Okay.
5 years without famine, essentially, being forced to live as a poor knight, sort of thing.
Okay. So, let's see here. You ready to move into 494? Everybody's good?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna build a jousting list as well, and I'm also gonna
For
build.
every extra one you build at the same manor, it costs
It's
150%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Make
I'll
sure
build
that you
one.
have a spreadsheet
One.
noting your manor's name and all the improvements you're building or have on it.
Yeah, I'm doing it on the mana page. You can add infrastructure and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Excellent.
Yeah.
What do you have? 490, 493?
494 is what we're starting.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
493 now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Court this year is held at London. There are diplomats from all over the realm. Rostius and Ulfius sit in a corner together, spreading news of the king and all of the lands. The king is still too ill to see anyone. And as you enter the court, beside a familiar tower with a familiar stone bench, there are 3 familiar-looking women speaking. Weddings and births should be things that make the world better. But instead we get kidnapping and treachery. Oh, grandmother, treachery from that filthy pagan. I warned you all I could never trust that monster. The devil is his father. How could you forget? Oh, the queen is distraught to the extreme. Her baby is gone. Of course she would be, poor woman. Poor kingdom, I say. Bad luck all around. I think Merlin has been working for the Saxons. They're pagans too, aren't they? Now, what would you guys like to do? Did you all bring your wives to this feasting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course,
Probably.
Ella's going to be participating in making the feast for the Earl.
Of course, she works under a much higher rank. But yeah.
Aurelius
Why
will
don't you
be.
make an industry check for your wife real quick and see if she impresses anybody. If there's a crit, be some serious shit.
And when you improve wife skills, there's no limit for the 1d3. It can just go on any of them, right?
Yep.
Good, because that's why I did it. I was expecting it, but
Yeah, she makes a pretty average apple pie. Your new Zap apples.
someday she'll be even better.
Oh, the orchard can't even produce apples, though.
Not yet.
What does it produce?
Nothing.
Nothing. It has to grow for 5 years.
Oh, just a question for the wives. When they break 1,000 glory, what is the effect for them?
None. They're
No
not
effect?
knights.
Okay, was just checking if they got something for having.
I mean, I guess they could. We'll work it out during the. We'll work it out in the emails.
Yeah, that's fine.
What would you like to do? Who would you like to speak with? You sit awkwardly in a corner at your own table. Because you're all...
I mean, Aurelius is going to be kind of focused on the new wife right now. He's put in a lot of effort.
Okay, yeah, like you're smitten, you're over in a corner. She's, you know, not rolling her eyes as much as she could be.
That's the best you can expect from her for
She's
now.
settled. Yeah. She's settled.
That's not a good thing.
Says the man married to the 50-year-old.
Yeah. She'll be dead soon enough.
I'm gonna love it if she outlives you and gets all of your shit because she's the one taking care of your kid.
Oh, she's gonna. Yeah, she's just gonna kill off the other heir.
Oh, Trumpert the Trumpert.
Lady Indig, the most powerful woman in all of Salisbury, has her own castle and like 7 manors, a bunch of knights that serve her. Yeah.
It would
So,
actually. Now.
Sasha will, as before, start with the feast and begin asking some
Okay.
around.
Good attempts to conquer all of Salisbury.
Oi, any new rumors, Severgirl?
I think Lady Catherine is there, and she's just like, "Oh, it's you again, Mr. Sasha. They call you Sasha the Big now."
The big.
Yeah, I heard your wife's pretty good with a cooking ladle.
Oh, amazing, more than you could imagine.
Well, there are some who are whispering that the king was moaning for Merlin to help him, but when he did, the queen turned into a viper. She was something fierce, that's for sure.
I'd imagine. So after that story of that whole Merlin fiasco.
Yeah, she says, "Weren't you one of the knights that condemned Merlin?"
One of the many that he'd convinced. Yes.
No, you're one of the
Oh,
four
the
knights
condemned.
that- Yes.
Yes, I never really met him. My companions did, and they told me to trust him. I did
Yeah,
so.
you're
And
famous for that, right?
he didn't really seem